we're going to unbox another motherboard. This is MSI Pro B760M-A. And, you know, on the channel I have bought a lot of motherboards, right? This seems to be, honestly, my wisest investment, I'll say, for the channel. Buy these high-end CPUs and graphics cards, and it's hard to get your money back. But motherboards are another story. So this is obviously, you know, meant for 12th and 13th gen Intel CPUs. Has Wi-Fi, is DDR4. We'll have Gen 4 M.2s on it. So we have a Z690 Pro that we previously used quite a bit. This does have two expansion slots. So one of those is going to be PCIe 4.0. Oh, excuse me, two of them are PCIe 4.0 by 16. And then there's a smaller PCIe 3.0 by 1. So that's always a good thing to know. Sometimes you don't get that. A little hard to see this. We'll take a little better look at that, but in case I misspeak on any of the connectors there. Alright, I also will do a macro view of this so you guys can really see the features. Let's see what's in the bottom. Oop. Okay, interesting. So I/O shield, antenna, and then dang, they only give you one SATA cable. So I don't use those anyways, but interesting that they only give you one. Installation guide that folds out. I won't open that up, but a couple standoffs and some screws in there. Okay. Now, if you guys know me, a lot of these motherboards do not have a long life on the channel. We most likely will sell this off within the next month or two. But by then I will have done all kinds of videos for it, so we'll drop the camera down just a little bit to tighten up the frame. Alright. So, of course, LGA 1700 socket in here. That's how you open it up, and that's what that looks like. This is a new CPU, so should not be any bent pins in there to be concerned about. 4 DDR4 RAM slots, and of course, this being MSI, only opens from one side. We have 24-pin power connector up here, fan header. This should be the CPU fan header here. ARGB in the back here. Type-C Charlie header. USB 3.2 header. And then a second one here, folks. So this one's good for a case that would have 4 sets of USB 3.0, 3.2 USBs on it. Here is your front panel connectors down here. SATAs. You know, most of the time SATAs are over here, but they've got them here, so you get 4 of those. Now, somewhere in here, folks, will be the USB 2.0s, 2 of those. Then your, let's see, HD audio here, fan header here. This is one of 2 PCIe 4.0 by 16s. Here's the PCIe 3.0 by 1, and then a armor plated PCIe 4.0. M.2. I'm not going to take the heat shield off. It's just going to look like this underneath it. Another fan header here, folks. CPU power connector 1x8, 1x4 up there. There's no other fan headers in there. And then this is what we've got here. So this one does not have a flash BIOS button. So when we'll do a BIOS update video at some point. A lot of graphics card connectors here, which I don't think I have a single Intel CPU that has integrated graphics at the moment, because I've sold off most of the ones that do 4, 12, and 13 gen, so won't be demonstrating that. PS2 style connector, USB 2.0s, 3.2 Gen 1. One of these may be for a dedicated BIOS update. Ethernet should be 2.5. Wi-Fi, and then you've got line out, headphone out, and mic. So oddly, you know, like I said, quite a few graphics card connectors there, monitor out, which takes away from how many USBs you potentially could have. This, you know, might support somebody that needs 4 monitors, obviously, but doesn't want to spend the money on a graphics card. I don't know. I personally would not run that kind of setup, but it would be quieter, obviously. But other than that, folks, that is your motherboard. I'll have another video where I do a macro version of this, in case you want to check that out. We'll do an installation, and then BIOS update, BIOS overview. So, got kind of a backlog on motherboards. I don't know when this one will actually get done, but eventually it will. Then we, like I said, we'll sell it. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.